Lesson 2.2. Yesterday we focused on solving equations that included addition and subtraction. We solved this problem here. Hopefully you remember this. And we had to say what values with z. So we had to locate z, recognize that negative 81 is with z, that the operation being shown is subtraction, that the opposite of that is addition, and that the way we solve this is by moving the number that's with z by using the opposite thing. Since this says minus 81, we want to add 81. 14 plus 81, I believe, is 95, and z, and that was how we did it. If you have issues with this problem, be sure to watch yesterday's lesson again for better understanding. Actually, I would say if you have an issue with this, you probably want to make sure that you get that homework done before you move on to too much of this stuff, because again, it kind of builds on itself and it gets more and more complex as it goes. So in my opinion, I would say don't even watch this video until you've actually finished the homework. So if I were you, I'd go do some homework and email me some questions so I can help you through that homework before you go on to this next part. But today we're going to look at problems that include the operation of multiplication. We'll focus only on one new type, and your homework is going to mix everything in together from yesterday and today. So again, that's why I'm saying that you need to make sure you are okay and up to speed on this stuff. So what we're going to see today is this. It says 19j equals 228. What value is with j? Well, of course, j says 19j, so it's just 19. What operation is being shown? If you remember, I don't know if you remember, but when there's no sign, it means multiply. So whenever you have 19j, this is multiplication. Again, 19j means 19 times j. You just don't write the multiplication sign. And the opposite of multiplication is division. And so when you go to solve this in your work today, you have 19 times j equals 228. So in order to solve it, we are going to divide by 19 on both sides. What happens is 19 divided by 19 is 1, which means you end up with 1j, so you just put j, not 1j, because they pretty much cancel out, equals whatever 228 divided by 19 is, which is 12. And there you go. You can check that by simply doing 19 times 12 to see that you do get the answer of 228. Alright? Again, that is the new question for today, or one of your new questions for the day. And then the other new question, if you notice, just like yesterday, just moves it to the other side to make sure you can see it on both sides, because you're going to see variables on both sides of the equation. So that's part of what this practice is. So what value is with m? It says 105 equals 15m. Obviously that is 15. The operation being shown when they are directly attached is multiplication. The opposite of multiplication is division, which means that if we want to solve this, again, that's the original problem, we need to move this number that's attached by dividing by the number that is attached. Again, who cares about the other number? We are moving the number that is attached. 105 divided by 15 is 7. And of course, again, when you divide it, it goes away. And that is how you get left with just a basic m. Okay? Remember that I asked you to view this as solving as a game with basic rules. You just learned 3 rules. If something's being added, subtracted, that's rule number 1. If something being subtracted, add, that's rule number 2. If a number's being multiplied, divide, that's rule number 3. Hopefully you notice these are, again, basic and very simple decisions. Just take your time and make sure you mentally answer the questions that have been seen on your homework. And the questions I've asked you is, what value is attached, what operation is being shown, and what is the opposite operation. Again, you will see a higher number of questions on your homework than what we did last few weeks. Just remember, again, this is to prepare us for next week when we begin to combine 2 decisions into one problem. For now, just be sure to practice hard and go master the ability to make one good choice. Good luck with this.